Hello everybody, welcome to the Drawstream for Patreon. Oh, it's not done yet. I mean, we're not live yet, sorry. Hello, one person. Yay, 2 people. Hello, welcome to the stream. It is officially starting. So this is the Drawstream that I do for Patreon. I'm actually just gonna continue this drawing that I started a couple draw streams ago. Because I haven't finished it yet, so let's do it. Talk to me in the chat, whoever you are. Yeah, this shading is like not great, so that's what I'm gonna be working on, is like making this look a lot prettier. Yeah, this is like not, I don't like it. Oops. And if you have any suggestions, throw them my way. I love suggestions on how to make things better. Let's do, yeah, let's make these tapered lines because it just looks so much nicer than the weird flash looking lines. Okay. No. Hello, whoever is in the chat. Message me. Let me know who you are and who is watching. If you can guess what I'm watching in the background, you get a prize. Except not really. But see if you can guess what I'm watching in the background. Ooh, I don't like these eyeballs. They're looking kind of weird. Let's do these teeth now. All right, maybe now let's do the inside of the mouth because it's kind of weird right now. Let's do black. I just like sticking with black and white and gray because it's easier than color. Or what I really, there's a little, it's not really a cheat, but this is something a lot of artists do. But what you can do is you do all of the values first, like the black, white, and grays. And then like in Photoshop, you can go over it and add the colors. And then it's, I'm not explaining myself well at all. Oh, Dusty Songs. Hello. How are you today? What is up? If you are a new Patreon member, thank you so much for joining. Shoot. All right. Let's go. How's it going, Dusty? Where are you from? I'm going to fix these teeth because they're awful. I'm good. I love your videos so much. Oh, thank you. And I appreciate you watching them. What do you think of Johnny's videos so far? He's done the last 2, I believe. I'm still writing and hosting them, but he's editing them and drawing them because I need to spread my time differently now because I keep adding new things to the things. Wow, I'm not really speaking well. Ooh, I don't like that. I'm from North Carolina. Okay. Rockish, hello. Thank you for joining. Where are you from, Rockish? Let's do this just so we can color it in. Okay. Now we're going to color. Oops. Color. Come on. My name's actually Raquel, and I'm from Iceland. Wow, welcome from Iceland. I was there last September for a wedding. I went to, we stayed in Reykjavik, and then went to a black sand beach that I don't remember the name of, and the wedding was on the black sand beach, and it was so cool. Like, they had this like guy who was just like speaking Icelandic, and he had this like purple robe on, and he had this like horn that was filled with beer, and he like poured some out, and then like did the whole thing. It was cool. I don't know. I didn't understand a single thing that was going on, but it was awesome. What part of Iceland are you from, Raquel? Okay, I think those teeth look okay. What do you guys think? The back of the mouth. Oh, I've never been to a wedding like that. I'm from Sandgerði, which is one of the most southern towns there. Okay. Yeah, I stayed mostly like central Iceland, central wherever the area around Reykjavik is. Which I don't think is central actually. Um Let me fix his tongue. I don't like it. So now we need to figure out this inside here. I don't know. I'm not loving this yet. What do you guys think? So this is like a take on the Manananggal, which is like one of my favorite Filipino characters or mythological creatures. I think we can make this face better. Let's fix this. This is not great. I don't like it. Fuck. Okay. Oops. Maybe I should add another layer of shadows for like the really, really dark spots. Yeah, let's do that. All right, so I'm going to add another layer. So this is shadow 1. Now we're going to do shadow 2. And we're going to do that. Why is it so bright, though? Or maybe it should be black? Hmm. It looks like the Tiqui, yeah. Tiqui and Manananggal are like kind of the same thing, sort of, just different regions' ways of referring to them. Maybe I'll make this black, actually. Let's do that, see how that looks. Ooh, okay. Sort of doing something. These teeth, though, what the fuck? What are you? You're the inside of the mouth. Inside mouth. So what are you guys up to? What's new? Talk to me. All three of you in the chat. That's not what I wanted. Now. Oh, you're drawing along with me. Oh, okay, if you're drawing along, make sure you like send it to me somehow so I can reshare it. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Avoiding psychology project. Are you guys like in school? I'm sure you are. Okay. No. Okay. Okay. Sort of looking like something. Sort of getting there. What about... Let's add... Okay. I don't know how to do the inside of the gut. Oh, what happens to the rest of their body after they separate? The Menangal, that is. So when they separate, they just kind of leave their legs lying around. And so like according to the lore, the only way to defeat them or like kill one is like if you see the legs lying around, then you're supposed to pour salt on the open wound, and then that way, when the Menangal tries to reattach itself, it can't because there's salt and it like shriveled up their legs. Isn't that funny? I think it's hilarious. Sorry, I'm thinking. I'm thinking how I want this to be. I don't like this head yet. This head looks kind of weird to me. It doesn't feel like that's how a shadow should look. I'm still working on it. Okay. It's better. Do you have any tips on drawing hands? I always struggle drawing them. I do have some tips on hands. So there's a couple things you can do. And I struggle with hands too. I still kind of suck at them, but let me start a new thingy. So for a hand, something you can do. So basically, just make sure you can see this. All right. So if you think of a hand as like a couple different shapes. So the palm is basically a cube, right? So let's just draw like a hand looking like this, right? So that just that's a super rough and shitty, but right? So that's the palm, right? And then all the fingers are basically cylinders. So if you're going to draw, that's the index finger, middle, ring, pinky. And then there's going to be, right? So think of every little section as a separate cylinder. And obviously, like, this is not going to look like a hand yet, but this is just like how to get your mind thinking about drawing them. So this looks, okay, that's not good. And then the thumb kind of sort of just like comes off like that, I believe. Oh, shoot. Yeah, it's sort of like a, whatever. Anyways, that's not great. This is how I usually think of hands. So are you familiar with like the term, like the through line or like line of action? So like when you're figure drawing, right? Here's someone when they're doing a movement, usually you can see like the line of action, right? So sort of, right? There's the chest. And then there's the hips. But you can kind of see how like there's a through line, right? Like the way that the motion's going. So like like one way to make hands really dynamic is also making sure that there's a line of action too. So like if the hand That's not making any sense, but let's just draw like, right? So that would be like a freaking index finger. And then middle finger. And then the other one. You know what I mean? So I guess what I'm trying to say is like the best way to draw hands is to like practice doing really loose drawings of like hand gestures. Because you don't get fixated on like making the hand look realistic. Like practice getting the feeling of a hand. You know what I mean? Because I feel like that is so much more important than being anatomically correct, right? Because if you look at my drawings, they are not anatomically correct at all. But you get the feeling. That's a bad hand. You get a feeling that the hand. Actually, I think all of my fingers are very spindly now that I think about it. Did that help at all, Dusty Songs? Or did I just confuse you? But you know, the great thing about drawing people and hands is that you have a reference right there in front of you. So don't be afraid to just like look at your hand and draw what you see. I'm trying to think what else helps me. Yeah, so I mean, same thing with like hands and feet. So like, you know, a foot, it's just basically break down everything into very big, oh, I'm so much better at feet. Break it all down into like basic shapes, right? So this is the ankle, and then there's the heel, and then the toes are like here, right? And then you know that big toe, and then the little ones just kind of follow. So it's like, boop, there's a foot. And then like you think about that when you're drawing like in perspective. So like if a foot is coming at you, the toes are going to be here. Boop, boop, boop. There's the ball of the thing. And then there's the heel, right? And then boom, there's the leg. So just think of everything in simple shapes and it helps so much. Same thing with the head. The head is basically a circle. And then this is profile, by the way. And then the ears are like in the middle. And then the jaw hangs off. And then the nose is like somewhere there. The eyes are in the middle of the head. Wait, shit, I forgot. There's a way of doing this that makes it look good. Yeah, something like that. And then the eyes and the ears line up. So the ears kind of come like that. And then there's eyeball. But yeah, I highly recommend going to figure drawing classes. God, I haven't gone to figure drawing in so long. I'm clearly very rusty. Like, this is not good. This is not good drawing. But yeah, it gets easier the more you do it. And then there's also like learning about anatomy is really helpful because, you know, if you know how the body is on the inside, it's easier to draw because you know, right? Like there's the jaw. And nose is probably like that. Yeah, it's more about the idea of what you're drawing as opposed to what it is actually. I hope that helped. I think I just confused myself. But now I just reminded myself I should probably go to figure drawing classes more. Or figure drawing workshops. They don't really like teach you. It's more just like practice. There's a bunch in LA and I don't go to any of them anymore. I used to go. And then I stopped. All right, I need to draw the inside of his stomach, but I'm so fixated on these shadows. It's like, it's not great. I think I need to add some more crazy lines. Let's do that. Okay, so now we're just gonna draw a bunch of weird shapes, I guess. Yeah, I have no idea what the inside looks like, but we're just gonna make it up.
And my name is Dewey from Sanitation. Ever since you stripped us of our freedoms by making us hire women, we've had to turn one of our bathrooms into a woman's bathroom. We only have one bathroom now.
I'm so sorry, Dewey. That sounds like a horrible price to pay for something as trivial as gender equality.
So you agree?
Bjorn Lurpus of the Pawnee Lurpus family. They were supposed to be a paunch burger in this lot next to my house, and then you stripped my freedom by putting a park there. Now if I want to start my day off with a triple-decker pancake breakfast pizza, I go to the one that's 10 minutes away, and that makes me 20 minutes late to work every day. I work at home.
Have you ever considered not eating that for breakfast?
I'll never consider that.
This feels strangely personal. Maybe it's because they're all standing up saying how much they hate me.
Oh, that looks weird. That doesn't look right.
One or one and a nine. Are you asking if I'm pregnant? Oh, interesting. I don't remember saying anything about anyone being pregnant.
Sure, it's not you. I'm a grown woman with a good head on her shoulders. Don't worry about me.
Whew, this case just got interesting. Well, not just. It was pretty interesting to begin with. This case just remained interesting.
Let's just
Listen, my wife and I
color.
we're better off than a year ago because a year ago, this town was not a horrifying sex den where people could put their body parts anywhere they want with impunity.
And then you were elected, and now this town is a horrifying sex den where people can put their body parts anywhere they want to with impunity. If you are referring to my fight to teach comprehensive sex education, we need to at least acknowledge the fact that STDs are down 14% from last year.
And deviant behavior in Pawnee is up 1,000,000,000%.
No, it's
This town is going to hell in a Gucci knockoff handbag, girl. See? See? They agree. Come on.
I am definitely better off than I was a year ago, and it's all thanks to Leslie Miller. This woman single-handedly saved my business.
Thank you, Dennis. There you go. Perfect.
Oh, that's not
Further questions?
what I wanted to do.
Sorry. What's your business, sir?
Oh, I run a pornographic DVD emporium.
Well, it used to be a quaint little movie rental place.
Shoot.
Oh, it's much better now.
Leslie is the best. Hello, everyone. I'm Brandy Knight. Star of such films as The Incredible Burt Wonderbaum, A Good Guy to Lay Hard, and Argo. I had a small part in Argo, as well as the porn version, Our Food.
I've seen the first 90 seconds. It's thrilling.
You can work for Leslie Knight.
Huh. Why is it not
Harmless pornography.
closing?
What happened was there was a misunderstanding.
There we go. Yay. Okay, it's sort of looking like something.
That's what I cleared.
Ew. What is that?
Sex-crazed maniac or something.
Leslie, are you pregnant?
Ha, yawn Fanny. Oh my god, what is this? No thank you at meeting this in the dark. I know. I'm still working on it.
Sorry to interrupt.
Investors, I have some very exciting news about Red Swag. Someone, I'm not saying Diddy, but I'm not saying Diddy, has offered to buy out Red Swag for a buttload of money.
How big a buttload, son?
We would all basically double our investments.
Are you kidding me? Well, baby, imagine the kind of treat yourself thing we could have with the profits. I'm talking pedicures on pedicures on pedicures.
That is a people.
If someone is interested in buying you out, it means you're doing something right. I say you continue to grow, accumulate power.
All right. So Shadow 2 is just black.
I actually think that you should get a Hello Kitty tattoo.
No, with the store.
Oh, Bart is an insurance man.
Pat, listen to me. If there's one thing I've learned
Nobody
from my
cares,
life,
Gary.
I miss you.
What a wonderful event. Everyone is having fun. This is great.
Chris, could you just please?
I'm sorry. I was just trying to cheer you up. Just hang on. All right, if you'll excuse me, I found out this morning that I am playing a
special role in this parade. No spoilers.
These wings still look really flat, so that's going to be my next goal.
Politics, the more you actually
And I think I need to color these bits in more.
let's go watch the parade. You know you can't resist the parade.
That's true. Parades and your butt. The two vices.
Whoa, what are you doing? My assistant has something she'd like to show you.
Okay.
Oh, my assistant has something she'd like to show you, Connor. Positive pregnancy test. I found it outside of Ron's cabin after our brainstorming session. Is there any possibility Nolan is secretly pregnant?
We always use protection. I'm pretty positive she goes over. What brand pregnancy test is it? It's called Boom. There it is. That's her brand.
I need to figure out the shading of this.
Baby with John Ralphio's sister? Oh god, what have I done? Like, humanity.
This is the perfect thing to take my mind off of yesterday. I'm going to pretend that this is my victory parade and the town is celebrating my hard work and dedication.
There you go. Leslie, I'm so sorry. I need to talk to you.
What? What?
I'm the nipple king.
Princeton's Rubber Nipple Company elected.
That's not how the inside of bodies work, but whatever.
It's an amazing honor.
Wonderful.
But I do need to talk to you.
Yeah, and then I'll add the colors later. Yeah, okay, that's sort of cool. I like how it's kind of like what it's turning into. That looks weird still, but I'm gonna fix it. Anyways, all right, it's 5 o'clock now, so thank you everyone for coming. Rakesh, Dusty Songs, Juan, Fanny. I will see you guys in 2 weeks. All right, thanks again for joining the Patreon. Bye.